All right, Shalom. All right, let me get straight into this lesson. There's too much to cover. It's insane right now. But just trying to, what I'm saying? There's so much going on. You can have paralysis to do lessons because you literally want to do 5 lessons, but you feel like this lesson is more important than that lesson, right? Because it's a lot of different things going on right now. So I'm gonna go through this video. But you got Russia is moving warships to Cuba. You got Thailand, right, is dropping $1. You got this is pretty new to me. Turkey joins BRICS, right? We'll get into this information right here. And also you got Russia declared American an enemy for the first time. Right? You have the Saudi Arabia is supposed to be moving away from the petrodollar, which is going to destabilize Babylon, aka America. And it's a lot of other moving parts that's going on right now. So I'm gonna get into play some of this video, but we finally seeing right the downfall of this place, right? Because all the wrongdoing, the rape, robbery, pillaging, giving you so-called white Jesus, giving you Christianity, right? Jake's so fucked up right now, right? That's how you know this only for the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, so that's the only spirits in these bodies, right? They're gonna wake up, they're gonna have some kind of common sense. Rest of Jake is finished. You got Jake into the black unconscious community. You got Jake can't even stop calling himself fucking black, right? You got Jake into Islam. You had this little ninja, Lil John, convert over to be a so-called Muslim. Them niggas so stupid. They don't even know what the word Islam or Muslim mean. You have the stupidity of Jake. You got these ninjas doing these fucking challenges, right? You know what I'm saying? Something about when you eat, like you have some food and you have to run to, it's silly shit, man. That's what Jake on. Jake into the bread and circus. Jake into folly, right? That's why the scriptures say folly, which goes back into foolishness, is set in great dignity. It's exalted, right? Into this video.
Get very interesting in Europe because for the first time in history, a NATO member is shifting away from the European Union and instead declaring that its future is with China and the BRICS alliance. Make no mistake, this is all part of an unraveling that we are seeing across Europe as the war in Ukraine is nowhere close to being over and in fact is escalating by the day to the point where we could now see Western troops soon fighting against their Russian counterparts in Ukraine.
Yeah, you got Putin positioning nukes. Right, but we know the MOTB must come first before the World War III goes nuclear, right? So it has to be the MOTB and then nuclear war, World War III for it to go nuclear. Now they're gonna be having skirmishes, you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna intensify from this point. But before it go nuclear, the MOTB must come to mark of the B, right? Which would be that micro C hip, right? So we got the dollar is on its way out. They're going to resurrect the new system. They're going to crash out the dollar and bring in this digital system, right? So Babylon, the great, is falling right before your eyes, and you got these people they in a haze, right? They're in a strong delusion. You got these stupid Christians still pushing plantation Christianity to Jake, and Jake's stupid ass still falling for it. We in 2024, you little ninjas, and you still falling for plantation Christianity. And they go to show you the stupidity and the simplicity of Jake, right? You got these people all into all kind of bugged out weird stuff, right? You Americans are weird people, man, right? So you got them. NATO is more than likely, right, gonna provoke Russia, right, to go in and get this started off. Play more of this.
Just look at what has happened since Joe Biden authorized Ukraine to use U.S. missiles and strike Russian territory. For the first time in history, the Kremlin has now declared the United States an enemy, and now Putin has publicly stated that Russia can provide long-range weapons to strike Western targets.
Кто-то считает возможным поставлять такое оружие в зону боевых действий для нанесения ударов по нашей территории и создания проблем для нас. то почему у нас нет права поставлять наше оружие такого же класса в те регионы мира, где будут наноситься удары по чувствительным объектам тех стран, которые делают это в отношении России?
This is, of course, right after NATO announced it has plans to get U.S. troops on the front line to fight in Russia and is actively developing land corridors to quickly funnel soldiers through Central Europe. Here is a map detailing...
Now you hear this? Like, you know, you got wars and rumors of wars too. Let me get this first scripture. This the book Revelation 17:5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great. And for you idiots that don't understand biblical prophecy, all right, this is these animals, Slakia, the dragon and all that was represent earthly kingdoms, not no mystical, you know, thing that you've been taught that's talking about Satan. No, it's going back into the worldly, you know what I'm saying, earthly empires, Edomite empires, right? And that's a whole nother breakdown. I ain't gonna even go into all that, but this is Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. A harlot is a whore, right? Because a harlot brings on sexual perversion, right? You know what I'm saying? So the perversion that this whore has brought to the world is LGBTQRZ, so on and so forth, right? Right? Have brought this wine that serve other gods, serve many gods. No matter what you believe in, it's all one God. That's the philosophy that Jake is taught. And Jake's so stupid that he don't understand that these all enchantments. Jake think it should be equality of the sexes, right? And you got all these other different enchantments, these spells, these witchcrafts on Jake mind. So let me finish this up. And the abominations of the earth. So they bring everything abominable. Everything they do, everything opposite from the Bible, but yet they say they promote and believe in the Bible. All right, get more into this.
Exactly what these land corridors look like. These new corridors will extend from Scandinavia in the north all the way down to Turkey in the south. But here is where things get interesting. Turkey has been a NATO member since 1952 and is home to the second largest army in the NATO alliance. It goes without saying that Turkey is extremely important to NATO, but while most of the West was distracted with the 34 counts of felonies against Donald Trump last week, a very strategic meeting took place in Beijing. Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan met with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Beijing to discuss Turkey's future economic growth. Turkey has been waiting on EU membership for 20 years. The harsh truth is that they're never going to get it. The main reason they were allowed into NATO in the first place was their strategic location on the Black Sea. But the idea of allowing a full Muslim state into the EU has proven too big for most Europeans to accept.
I've got a
Right, and you seeing that split happen, right? You're gonna have these some of these NATO members or whatever, they're gonna sever from this whole the NATO alliance, right? So you seeing that split happen with the so-called Muslim nations, right? They're and you know World War III is coming. It's fast approaching time. It's going by incredibly fast. We're already in the month of June. Can't believe it, right? This is insane what's going on. You got people bugging out. You got false doctrines at an all-time high. You got false doctrines being manufactured day by day, right? Let me
share
skip it.
this. You can get car insurance for as low as $22 per month just by using a free
But the idea of allowing a full Muslim state into the EU has proven too big for most Europeans to accept. After decades of mistreatment and broken promises from the EU, Turkey is now ready to move in a new direction and shift its future to China and other BRICS countries for better economic prospects. In fact, those were the exact words of the Turkish foreign minister, who said that China-led BRICS alliance could offer Turkey a, quote, good alternative to the European Union. Now, in reality, I don't blame Turkey at all for wanting to switch alliances. Europe has been in a massive decline over the past few years and are facing a difficult future as they try to...
All right, so you see what it is. There's many things to be covered, right? So, you know what I'm saying? I was meditating heavily today, and I was thinking about just all the chaos. You know what I'm saying? Jacob's trouble is coming. Once everything go down, it's going to catch these Americans off guard because they don't have a clue what's going on. People too invested inside of this American concept. You got Jake that's into everything that's besides the truth, right? You got these women and they watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, whatever that shit called, right? That's what their priority is, right? what they're gonna do on the weekend, where they're gonna go for this summer, what cruise they're gonna go on, what place they're gonna vacation, right? What restaurant they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, go and patronize, right? That's what these Americans are constantly thinking about: folly, foolishness, nothing that means nothing. And these people are under a spell here, right? That's why we talk to most of these people, it's vexing because they ain't talking about shit. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about things that's of the world. You ask them what BRICS mean, they so stupid they don't even know. You know, you tell them, they it's a currency, right? They building a blockchain currency that's gonna dethrone the dollar, and they so stupid they don't even know what you just said. But you could tell them how many rebounds LeBron James got. They'll know that, right? And these people are through. So I didn't want to make this too long, but I was Lord willing preparing some lessons going into just a lot of different stuff. And I was I watched this real good documentary that was going into this how this food is destroying and killing Jake. You had this one demonic demon, right? This Jake chick, you know what I'm saying, that was making yams and just pouring the sugar on it. I mean, like a pound of sugar, something like that. And I'm just looking at the madness why most of you Jakes, 1 in 3 of you Americans have pre-diabetes. The way you eat, the way you eat is killing you, right? It's killing Jake. But Jake's so caught up into the pleasure, right? Not knowing that you can still eat healthy food, right? And still get it's still pleasurable to eat, right? It's still delicious. But Jake's so trained on eating this high processed, high sugary and salt diet, right? And what you think is healthy really ain't healthy. To make it real simple for you, you need to eat everything out the earth, man. Right? And all this processed stuff, you think you're eating health bars and this healthy cereal is all nothing but a lie. And I'm gonna go into this documentary. Matter of fact, Lord willing, tomorrow I can post the whole documentary and you can see what's going on. Because they lie to you about everything, and most of these people don't know what's going on. This is the place of darkness, right? The shadow of darkness. And that means these people without knowledge and wisdom and understanding. It's just folly promoted here, nonsense and emotions. All right. Hopefully, this short little lesson was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachak Kwadash. It's going down.